So Jordan, for the race fans at home, do me a favor and give them sort of a brief summary of how you ended up at this point in your life.
Started up 6 years old, told my mom and dad I want to be a race car driver, which for them, being from Columbia, South Carolina, I'm sure it was like saying I want to be a cowboy, spaceman. Race car driver was just third in line right there. Told them from day one that's what I want to do. And go-karts, Bandolero cars, legend cars, 2 years of dirt late models, 2 years of asphalt super late models. Made 2 K&N starts and made my truck debut in 2014. And everybody followed the journey that last year was.
Our entire journey this year has been one truck. We've only been through 2 motors. It's a blessing for me to be here every week. I mean, I'm working from 6 in the morning until 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, just basically doing whatever it takes to be here every week.
Here we are this year, my 2nd year in the truck series, and to this day, every time I walk in the shop, it's just a dream come true for me to do something that I love to do.
Let's go back to last season, because you've made a major step forward this year, but last year there were times where it was really quite a struggle.
Jordan Anderson's truck has slowed here just in front of me in turn 4. That truck dead in the water, tried to make it back to the pit lane, but fell about 100 yards short.
Mike Harmon gave me a great opportunity last year. He basically said, Jordan, here's a bare truck. If you prep this truck, get it ready to go down to Daytona, it's all yours. Take care of it, and we'll see where it goes. And I literally emptied out my savings account. I took all the money I had. I had maybe $350 left in my bank account. And we went down and ran Daytona, and we didn't make the show.
Jordan Anderson, another one of those young guns that wanted to prove what he could do here at Daytona. He won't get the chance this year, perhaps next year.
It was the ultimate high and low. To know,
all wrapped up in one.
In like a 5-hour period, to go driving around Daytona and to miss qualifying. And Carl Edwards actually came by my truck after qualifying, and Carl came up to me and said, Jordan, I want to encourage you, don't give up. This is just the start of your career.
But at this moment, you missed the race.
I just missed qualifying.
And you're broke.
Exactly, exactly. And I'm like, Carl, I don't know what to do. This is frustrating. He said, you're in the valley. Keep your eye on the mountaintop and just keep digging. Don't give up.
And what about my man Jordan Anderson? He's inside of the top 16 in that 74 truck. He pulled it all the way up here himself.
And he's got to drive home by himself.
Just so grateful that looking back on last year, especially what I'm doing this year, I look back, I'm like, how did we take a truck and run it the whole year?
I would have never imagined a year ago that I would have run almost the entire truck schedule this year. So the way things have worked, we're here at the racetrack every week. It's definitely a story of perseverance, hard work, and just that desire to be on the racetrack.
When you look at where this organization is, I think the slower start to the schedule has to be a big advantage for this team.
Our team really came together in the month of January between the sponsorship and the partnership with Jeff Bowen and myself. We moved into this shop, we built our Daytona truck, we got our hauler, we got all the parts and pieces put together. So between Daytona and Atlanta, that was a pretty whirlwind week. There were nights where we might get 3-4 hours of sleep. So being able to have that break between Martinsville and then from Martinsville to our next race at Kansas, it's been a real blessing for us just to be able to kind of catch our breath and to regroup and figure out we need to build on this and we need to work on that, because this team is still in the growing stages. We're taking baby steps.
Here's the 66 of Jordan Anderson.
Had a great run going at Daytona last week and ended up, I think he lost a rear end gear. Ran up front the entire race. What an outstanding run. Unfortunately, didn't get to finish it.
Have you guys sat down at all and said, here's what we need to accomplish by the end of the season? Obviously, you always want to be a little bit better.
I have full confidence that once we get going, we've had good race pace in practice. We just haven't had speed in qualifying. So I think we'll start knocking off some top 20 finishes and keep building our equipment and making it better. And our goal is to run the full season.
Go time!
Oh, yeah, baby.
And I feel confident that we get some good runs coming in there that, you know, maybe before the year's over, we'll get us a top 10 finish, play some strategy out with the caution clock, you know, so I think that could benefit a smaller team. So our goal is to just keep building on this year, to keep making our trucks better, to keep playing strategy and be there every week, taking care of our equipment, and just build it as the season goes on.